Ladies and gentlemen, this next matchup, it's tag team competition. Introducing first, representing the Order, the Sellout, Daniel Nova, and Dorian Vane.
Man, I tell you, I like the Sellout's new attitude. It's great. Love every minute of it.
And their opponents. This is Mr. Energy, Marko Hangtime Harris, and his tag team partner, TNA superstar, Eddie Edwards.
Well, you never know who's going to show up at EPW. I mean, this guy from TNA right here.
That's right, Eddie Edwards, former TNA champion and former tag team champion with his tag team partner, Davey Richards, and the American Wolves.
This ought to be a great match right here. I mean, Marko Harris, one of the fan favorites, and the champion right here in EPW.
And you know, Marko Harris is still a little skittish. You know what happened last time someone came out to help him? They turned on him, and that would happen to have been Daniel Nova. So Marko a little kind of making sure Eddie Edwards is on the same page as he is.
I've always liked Daniel Nova. He's such a great guy. I've always liked him.
Why don't y'all exchange numbers and talk later?
You know, I don't like his daddy, but I do like Daniel. Look at Dorian Vane. He's looking great out here. Man, he looks tough.
Let's go. All right, there's the bell. This tag team match is underway. Looks like it's going to be Dorian Vane starting out against Eddie Edwards.
Yeah, look at Dorian Vane. I tell you, Dorian Vane's in great shape. And look at, taking care of business right at the beginning here. Oh, my word.
Eddie Edwards trying to fight out of that corner. Dorian Vane with a couple of big forearms to the back and an elbow to the face.
Man, I'm going to tell you something. Dorian Vane is improved here at EPW. He is one of the best wrestlers here at EPW.
Oh, did you hear that chop from Eddie Edwards on the chest of Dorian Vane?
God, that had to hurt.
Trying to pull that shoulder out of socket.
God, you can hear that 20 miles away.
Asking this crowd if they want him to tag in Marko Harris. He tags him in. Now it's time for Marko to get a piece of Dorian Vane.
Marko on that top rope. Down he comes on that arm. Ouch. Man, they ain't working on that arm of Dorian Vane.
He is Marko Harris, your EPW heavyweight champion.
There we go. Look at this. Come on. Get him back in. There's 2 against 1 here.
The way that Marko Harris and Eddie Edwards are teaming up and they're being a cohesive unit, you think they've been a tag team forever.
Double teaming. What are you telling us what they're doing? Double teaming.
You see what you see. I see what I see. Big chop there from Eddie Edwards. And another one on Vane.
My gosh. What is he going to do now?
I'm going to tell you right now, Jimmy, a dislocated shoulder is nothing fun to have, and that's what Eddie Edwards is trying to do to Dorian Vane.
They're going to end up breaking his arm. Look at this. This is not right. They're trying to put him out of business. God.
Nice double axe handle there coming off that second rope. A chop from Marko Harris.
He needs a tag.
He does. He desperately needs to get over here and tag the Sellout. Daniel Nova, I guess the Sellout now fits his name after selling out and joining the Order.
We're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back. We are back. And Marko Harris all over Dorian Vane. And, oh my gosh.
They are, and this has been a jam-action-packed tag team matchup. Now, don't forget, our next huge TV taping event will take place from the Union Center in Corinth on Saturday, March the 8th. You cannot miss this night. It's going to be a great one. You can get your tickets at epwwrestlingms.com and check there for more details.
Make sure you come out to APW. You never know who's going to show up. Just like, like right here, right now.
That's right. We got Eddie Edwards, former TNA champion, former TNA tag team champion with Davey Richards. Now, big right hand finally getting that tag into the sellout Daniel Nova. Daniel Nova taking it to Eddie Edwards.
Yeah, I love Daniel Nova. Look at this. He is taking care of Edwards.
Clothesline. Down goes Edwards in a pin.
I wonder what Bone Crusher thinks about all this. I love it.
He can't be happy. I know that.
Well, I'm happy.
Working on that neck there of Eddie Edwards is Daniel Nova, the sellout.
Edwards, get him in the midsection.
And don't forget now, just because it's a tag team matchup, the Order has a third person at ringside, so you got to be watching out for Eli Knox to make sure he doesn't intervene into the match.
What do you mean by that? He's done nothing out here.
But you can't be too trustworthy of someone like Eli Knox.
That is one of the rudest remarks I've ever heard you talk about. It's just, you're rude.
Oh my goodness, did you see that,
Yeah,
Jimmy?
Dorian Vane spit right on Marko. I love it.
And no tag, of course. Referee didn't see it. In comes Daniel Nova.
I thought I saw him tag, yes. They did tag.
The crowd here telling them there was no tag.
Man, these people have turned against Daniel Nova. They ought to be ashamed.
They are getting behind Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards has been here to EPW several times, and he's always welcome whenever he decides to come and grace us with his presence. Trying to get that tag into Marko Harris, but to no avail.
Yeah, they got him right where they want him right now. And that's exactly where they need to keep him, in this corner.
The Order is definitely in control of this matchup. Now look, what did I tell you? Eli Knox interfering in the match. I told you he would do it, Jimmy.
Edwards tried to jump him while he was over here, and he's just protecting himself.
No tag once again between Vane and Nova.
Edwards reached out for him. What do you expect him to do? He had to protect himself. Yes or no?
Marko Harris itching to get into this matchup to help his tag team partner, Eddie Edwards.
Yeah, look how strong and look how great Dorian Vane looks right now. Taking care of Edwards. I love it.
Dorian Vane is definitely a giant of a man. Taking care of Eddie Edwards right now, going for a suplex. Eddie Edwards reversing it. Side suplex.
Gosh. Come on, Dorian Vane. You need to get up. You need a tag.
Marko Harris trying to get this crowd in behind Eddie Edwards, looking for that tag. We need the tag. Mr. Energy, the hang time, desperately wanting to get in this matchup. And
Dorian Vane,
we got it.
He got it.
We got the tag.
Oh no. Marko going wild on both Dorian Vane and the sellout.
Marko Harris definitely no love lost with the Order. Trying to get a little payback from what happened a couple of weeks ago. Nice standing drop kick from Marko Harris. Out goes Dorian Vane.
Here comes sellout. Uh-oh. Oh no! He got him. Whoa.
Now there's Eli Knox up on the apron. Eddie Edwards pulling him down.
Oh!
Marko Harris couldn't go for the cover because the referee was distracted with Eli Knox.
Oh no! They're out here on the floor, man. They're punching each other. He's out all over Eli Knox.
Eddie Edwards telling Eli Knox exactly how he feels about him. Now let's go back to the ringside.
He chased Edwards to the back. Edwards takes Eli Knox to the back.
Cutter, and down goes Nova going for the cover. What? That's the hot shot Ethan Ross. We haven't seen him in 3 years. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't believe it. Ethan's back in EPW. Brandon Savage's brother is back, and he's back with a vengeance.
Wow.
Ethan Ross taking it to Marko Harris.
Wow, look at this. Ethan Ross right back in EPW after 3 years.
What's Jimmy? I don't like the dark, man. I don't like the dark. What's
happening?
What is going on?
What's happening?
Who is that in the ring?
What? Who is it? Who in the heck? What? Who is that? Who is it?
Oh my God!
I can't believe it. Eric Wayne is back in EPW.
Fork and toe!
And we are out of time.